Okay, hey guys. So it's been a while since I've made a video. Obviously, I was on vacation and stuff. Um, and so basically, this is my first video in quite a while, so it might be a little rusty or something like that, whatever you want to call it. But one thing I really wanted to do was I wanted to try out Combat Beta a bit. And I just lagged. Freaking amazing. Anyway, I did have a good vacation, by the way. While I wait for this lag to finish. Um, looks like I might have DC'd actually. But yeah, I had a good vacation, and as I said before the vacation, I won't be making regular videos, but I'll be making videos as much as I can. Here we are. Um, so, I have been playing the combat beta. However, this will be the first time I've been ranging. Seems like there's a lot less range abilities than magic and melee. So range is getting kind of screwed over anyway. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I personally do like the new combat system. So all the people that hate it, well, I'm sorry, but I do kind of enjoy it. Just because I don't know, I find it fun. Let's go ahead and get this guy down. And yeah, it's just, I find it really an entertaining way to fight. Why can't I use that? Oh, it's an ultimate. Let's move it over to the side then. I hope this guy doesn't actually try to... Ooh, that was a nice one. See, this is probably what I love about it. It's like you hit so high so often. That makes it actually quite fun to do. And it's really an entertaining way to fight. I think... I know a lot of people have a lot of problems with it. They see... They think it's going to ruin the system and stuff like that. And I kind of understand that. But at the same time, the game needs to advance. If you think about the old combat system, it really sucked. It's just, what did you do? All you did was basically sit there and press a few buttons, and wait. Basically, there's no real skill involved. There's no ability to kind of become any better. There's a very... everything was pretty much the same. Everybody knew that basically, okay, if I'm gonna go slaying, I should just go and like Bandos and Bandos and basically just the standard slay gear, Bandos, rapier, and well, beyond that, everything will go fine. I want to see how this ultimate goes. Wasn't too bad. And so that was my kind of problem with it. That it's so standardized in the old combat system. And finally, the new combat system is really going to start changing kind of that standardization, because, this is kind of what I just threw together. And, what really is the best? Nobody really knows. And that's what I think makes a game fun, when people don't know what's the best thing to do. By the way, I'm using Onyx bolts because I can. It's free. So, that's kind of what I think about this whole thing. And I really do hope that they go ahead and release this into the full game soon. I do think some changes need to be made. I don't like how eating food reduces your adrenaline bar. I think that's ridiculous, considering drinking a potion does not. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I guess in a sense that gives credit to Ceridome Brews, but the problem with Ceridome Brews is 3 doses gets you less than 1 rocktail. Whereas before, basically, you're very close with basically 2 doses, right? So um, there are some flaws. I definitely see a lot of flaws. I think Ceridome Brew should go back to being among the best healing food. I mean, they don't have to be the best, because I mean, they weren't the best. You know, I could use Rocktails and to heal more than a Ceridome Brew could heal, but I think that they should be healing at least a competitive amount. They aren't healing a competitive amount. I was healing 500 with them, which is incredibly not useful at all. Um, because that's practically worthless actually. Um, and there are some just fundamental changes I actually really like in this new combat system. Things like you don't get XP per shot, you get XP per kill. Um, I think that's a really great way to do it. That actually makes a lot of sense if you ask me. Then there are some things that I don't quite like I just had one that prayer. First of all, prayer drains at an insane rate, which I really don't like. You know, many armors had prayer bonuses before, and like a Fury would have a prayer bonus, stuff like that, and that all disappeared. The only armor that has prayer bonus is, like, noticed anyway, is what do you call it? Is that's the one I wanted to click. There we go. Spirit shields, like the arcane, the divine, stuff like that. That's one really powerful spell. Just anyway. So yeah, the just overall, I do enjoy the system, but as I was saying about prayer, the protect from melee prayers basically I find pretty much worthless. I can't speak the same for other prayers, and that's a really powerful one. Wow. Anyway, that's really I find ultimates, by the way, are really good against bosses, and only mediocre against like slay monsters and stuff. Whereas thresholds are really powerful against slay monsters, but mediocre on bosses. Um, just my personal experience. Because like I can do 9 here, and basically I just kill all of them. But then then I do this, and it's not nearly as powerful because this one does percentage of health, um, not any particular damage. And I do find slaying a lot faster right now, by the way, just off this. But well, prayer ran out again. But yeah, like protect from melee, it doesn't fully protect. I haven't really tested the physical protect from melee. I've only really tried deflect melee, and I definitely know that one only protects partially. And I think that's just not that's a huge change that I don't really like. And obviously you can all get used to it, but I think I don't think that's the right change to make, because I definitely was trying it out, and against a lot of bosses even. Like I went to Ceridome, and I just stopped even bothering to pray mage, and I just prayed soul split. I found it easier. Um, and I don't think that's right. And like same with Glaciors, I went there, and basically I just hit them with just use soul split the entire kill, and I was doing better than I was doing trying to switch prayers and everything. So I don't think that's the right thing to have. And plus with the change on drain, I don't like how they've changed prayer. I think that's I'm gonna definitely I definitely would rather them have not done that basically. But you know, that's hopefully things that they can change. That's why it's in a beta, not the full game. Oh, overload ran out again. But in general, I do enjoy the beta. I think just the ability to do multiple things, that it's not just this flat combat system that RuneScape has had for so long, really does make it a lot more enjoyable. That it's not just a boring, simple style game anymore. It's a game that I would be willing to play for a lot longer simply because I get to do a lot more in it instead of being so stuck in the same combat style. And I know a lot of PKers don't like it in particular because they see it as changing their game. First of all, it's not their game anyway. A lot of other people play it besides PKers. But in general, though, it it just once you get used to it, you suddenly realize, oh, this is actually a lot of fun rather than being um, a giant flaw in the game. So I think overall it's going to change the game for the better. Um, ran out of prayer again. But yeah, as my opinion on it, I really want you to post in the comments and kind of say what you think about it. And if you agree, disagree with me, why you agree, disagree. I'd really love to hear your thoughts as well. Because I mean, I always have one person. I know a lot of people don't like it. I also know some people that are okay with it, and then some people that do like it. Um, and it's going to take some getting used to, I think, but ultimately I think it's more worthwhile to get used to it because ultimately I think it makes the game better as a whole. um, and it'll make the game last longer because the game was kind of dying if we're honest with ourselves. So yeah, so that's what I think. And once again, I do invite you to post your thoughts as well, so please do.